War Room Pandemic with Stephen K. Bannon.
The epidemic is a demon, and we cannot let this demon hide.
War Room Pandemic. Here's your host, Stephen K. Bannon.
So that is Georgians. Those are all from Georgia rallies. And let me be blunt. Senator Perdue and Senator Loeffler, yes, we want you to win more than anything. We really do. That's why we keep offering this advice. That is not a chant. That is not a cheer. That is a heckle. That's the equivalent of a boo. Okay? You're getting booed by the Trump base because they're telling you, fight for Trump. This is even the pollsters are coming back. Their consultants and pollsters are coming back and saying, well, you know, we talked to the women in Fredericks. Listen up here. They're talking to women in the suburban moms in Gwinnett County, and they want divided government. Note to self, to pollsters, it ain't a divided government because Donald J. Trump's going to be president of these United States on the victory one of the third. This is the problem. It's the wrong mindset, okay? And the Trump base can understand that, particularly the third, that are low propensity voters that you're going to have to get. Because I'll tell you what, you may not like Stacey Abrams, you may not like her politics, you may not like the way she rolls, but she knows how to get at low propensity voters and then some, okay? Some that don't even exist. This whole illegal voting thing, this whole illegitimate voting, the whole chain of title, everything we can't find, she and Perkins Coie are the masterminds of. They may have thought of the concept. She's the one that negotiated the consent, and she's executed. Okay? She's executed. So you may not like her, but I got to tell you, if you're ever watching our YouTube show, all the other stuff on YouTube, she's up there. That's very expensive advertising, and she's everywhere.
I mean, you cannot start a YouTube video, I don't care if it's Charlie Brown Christmas, that does not open up with her asking for money for this race in Georgia.
So, but before I go back to Fredericks, why do you think they're so hesitant to do what obviously needs to be done?
You know, it's really telling that they must be getting some kind of advice that's at mixed messaging, right? So you hear them going up with the president. They can hear the people chanting, fight for the president, fight for Trump. And I like these guys. I personally like Senator Loeffler. I think she's done a good job. She's actually come out and been a little more vocal after she took it a little bit from the media. But then suddenly it's like, when we need you to step up and fight on serious issues, where are you?
She does the rally the other day with Ivanka. Ivanka gives a power speech. I mean, she's up there as a power player. Her Vance team's got the thing, looks like 10,000 people there. And Loeffler follows, and what is the deplorable? They immediately break into the heckle, the chant, fight for Trump. And they're trying to send a signal, hey, we want to back you, but you got to fight for Trump.
And also what's being reported by Bloomberg today, which I find kind of shocking, you had Senator Perdue down on Christmas Day at Mar-a-Lago with the president, along with Lindsey Graham, apparently lobbying him to get him to sign this COVID relief bill. And then the two of them came up with this idea of rescission. This is being reported in Bloomberg, also in The Hill today. So you have to wonder, he can go on Christmas Day and ask the president a favor on his behalf because he's worried about his reelection. But where is he to fight for the president?
Okay, I'm going to go to Fredericks. Pull that article from Bloomberg. I want to quote from it. Okay, Fredericks. So what's going to happen here? What's going to happen with, there's any special session on the horizon? Is there going to be any predicates set for the 6th of January down in Georgia, which still is the beating heart of this entire fiasco?
There's another Senate hearing by the Gang of Four, the subcommittee, on Wednesday. That'll be in Atlanta, where they're going to try to really put forth the new evidence they have from these machines. Garland Favorino is going to be their star witness there. They're going to try to dump the data on people and again demand a special session. but they have to get the votes. They don't have the speaker. They don't have the lieutenant governor. They don't have the governor. And now they're lying. See, two things are happening. Jeff Duncan, Cosmo Man, the lieutenant governor, is now lying to people, saying that, well, the governor can't call a special session by law. He needs 3/5. That's a complete and utter lie. Secondly, I guess they just think we're stupid. That's the only explanation, Steve and Jack, that I can have for this. They just think the deplorables are stupid. I mean, to come out with this asinine impoundment act, this rescission of redlining, what anybody with half a brain knows that Richard Nixon did that in 1974 for optics only. It has no teeth, and all Congress has to say is no after 45 days. One word, no, done. That's all they have to do. And to come out as if this is some way in order to placate the deplorables after you come out with the video. He went to Mar-a-Lago, Purdue. They don't understand the movement. They have no idea who the Trump voters are. They're afraid of them, and they're trying to thread the needle. And so they think, give away money, sign swampy bills, go back on your video, go back on your word, and somehow I'm going to get some soccer mom in Cobb County that was going to vote for Warnock or Ossoff is now going to vote for me because I went to Mar-a-Lago and I got you $600. Joke.
Is the hearing on Wednesday about any of the matching signatures, or is it about the Ware County Dominion systems? What's the center of gravity of the hearing going to be?
I've got Senator Beach on my show tomorrow. # Beach Balls. He's the one that drove it. We're going to get a full reporting from him. But what I heard today is data. They want a data dump. They obviously read the report from Peter Navarro, which, by the way, is going to go down in the annals of history, Steve Bannon, as a classic summary of how this election was stolen. And I applaud Dr. Navarro for doing that. Even if it doesn't work, you need it in the annals of history. And so they're going to be dumping that. They want data. But the problem is fake news media is not going to be there. Certainly the Georgia Star News will be there. I'll be there. Other than that, tough to get the word out, but they're trying their best. They're demanding a special session. They're hoping that after they dump this data on Wednesday, that they can go back to the petition, get 50% plus one. And one of the things they want me to do is release the names of the senators and House members that will not vote for it. Typically, we don't dox people, and typically we don't do that. But it's under consideration.
That's not doxing people. That's just full information. I think we absolutely have to do that. By the way, this is not for history, because this is a wound that's not going to heal. You know, Jonathan Swan's reporting on Axios that Biden's on a little island. He's on a little island because almost half the American people, with all the suppression of information, believe he's illegitimate and illegal. This is why he's giving his talks at 3:45 in the afternoon. That's what he's doing. He's hiding from the American people. He can't do prime time. Nobody show up. This is why they're going to have the limited. This is why they're going to, with vaccines, everything flying around. This is on the 20th of January. They're going to have some limited attendance at the inauguration because they can realize a guy with 84 million people, he should have a bigger crowd than Obama. That's not going to happen on his best day. It's just ridiculous. They're trying to hide this. This is why you've got to press this thing on Wednesday. I would love to have it tomorrow, but more data, more research, more analytics. And Peter Navarro is actually working on a part 2 of the Immaculate Deception. He's going to be in the show at 10 o'clock tomorrow. He's going to preview part 2, and the part 1 of the Immaculate Deception has already made a big change. Fredericks, we'll see you tomorrow. Fantastic job. Keep hammering down in Georgia. Every second counts.
Thank you, Steve.
Okay, I want to go now live to Arizona and to Mark Fincham. Fincham's the delegate from southern Arizona, from Oro Valley, the Valley of Gold, I think it's called, that down there in Tucson, that drove the initial hearing that Rudy came out there. Give us an update. There's all kind of stuff coming out over the weekend. I want to know, where do you stand, number one, with the Board of Supervisors of Maricopa County, 4-1 Republican, that are fighting off this subpoena to get to the machines and to get to a audit. Where do we stand with that, Mark Fincham?
This thing's got hair all over it, man. So you've got a Board of Supervisors who said, oh, we want to cooperate, we want transparency, we want to protect the evidence so that the legislature can have a good look at what there is to see. Then, after they say we're going to cooperate with you, they turn around and say, no, we're going to fight the subpoena with all the power we have. Now, keep in mind, they're a political subdivision, which means they're a functionary of the state. So now they're challenging us. They were successful in having a order of dismissal without prejudice. So the judge said, if you were to refile under certain conditions, basically leaving breadcrumbs for the Senate, we'll take it back under consideration. So it's my understanding, just got a text from the Senate Judiciary Chairman. He's working on it. It's not been filed yet, but we expect to see it filed today. That means that it could be assigned as early as tomorrow. They're not going to be able to play the game of a show cause hearing because they already tried that tactic. It's been dismissed essentially, and now we should be going directly to oral arguments. At the same time, the people of Maricopa County are engaged in a full-on uprising. Wednesday at the Capitol, they are calling for every Republican in Maricopa County to come down and sign a total recall effort. I mean, you're talking about four Republicans, supposed Republicans, who claim that they are supporting transparency, who claim that they are servants of the people. Right. Prove it. You've got about 48 hours to abide by the subpoenas, get off the dime, and allow for us to begin scanning the images and taking a look at them, and to begin doing a forensic audit on the machinery. Now, this notion that they're making the claim, well, the ballot images are not a public record. Really? If that's the case, why are you required to keep them for 22 months after an election? What kind of idiots do you think we are? So if they think this is going to go away, they are sadly mistaken, my friend. These people are on a mission now, and they are so angry that this is now catching fire across the entire state.
God bless them. If we can be of any assistance in that, we would love to. We'll try to get them on the show tomorrow. And one other question. I'm hearing from Arizona, my sources in Arizona, who have had it. They're talking about if there's not a special session called by Ducey, who thinks he's going to be a senator in 2022 and thinks one day he's going to be competitive for the president of the United States, they're talking about bringing articles of impeachment if he doesn't step up and do the right thing here. What are you hearing, Delegate Fincham?
Well, so here we have representatives and we have senators, and I'm just a lowly representative. Back east, they do the delegate thing. So not that it matters to me a whole lot, but I just want to be correct in that. So my email and phone system is blowing up every single day that my assistant is available. And the comments are 100% stay the course, except for the one Democrat lady that calls me every single day and says, when are you going to accept that Donald Trump lost? She's now actually gotten tell her, here's a response when hell freezes over. Look, we're going to take a short break. Fincham, hang on here. Right. Representative Fincham, hang on here. Now they got the right nomenclature. Hang on from Southern Arizona, Oro Valley. We're going to take a short commercial break. Pasobic, Maxey, they've got some insights here when we get back. And, of course, Mark Fincham from Arizona. The fight's on. Anybody that's depressed, get up, throw the blankie off, throw the pacifier away, have a double espresso, and let's get focused. We're going to be back in a second.